Hello viewers, welcome to my channel. I hope you all are doing good. In this video series, I'm going to show you how to conditionally aggregate data with the help of table calculations and fixed LOD. So we'll start with a simple example and then we'll move on to a little more of a complicated stuff. Now, as for the data, I have this data downloaded from Kaggle, which is the review of women's clothing from an e-commerce website. So let's look at the different fields that we have. The first one is the clothing ID, which is a unique ID assigned to the clothing type. This is the department name based on the clothing type. This is the review text given by the reviewer. Will not be using this text in this particular video. This is a short title for the review. This is the age of the reviewer, and this is the rating given by the reviewer. Now this rating is from a scale of 1 to 5, and 5 is a good review while 1 is a bad review and everything else is in between. Now the first thing which we want to do is convert this rating from this scale of 1 to 5 to a categorization of positive and negative reviews. So 4 and 5 will be positive reviews, 1 and 2 will be negative, and we will mark 3 as a neutral review. So let's get started with that first. Let me create a calculated field, and I'll call it rating category. The calculation is going to be simple. So if my rating is greater than 3, then it is positive, else if the rating is not the sum, just the rating is equal to 3, then neutral, else negative. And I'll end the if statement. So yeah, we are good. So let me drag this rating category, and also let me create a calculated field for the count of the rating. So count of the rating will be simply the count of this rating. Okay, apply, and if I drag it here, so now we see how many negative, neutral or positive reviews were there. Can change it to a quick table calculation, percentage of total, and now I see that I have overall in the data set 23.27% negative reviews while 46.36% positive reviews. So in totality the reviews are positive. Now let me drag the department name to the rows and see how the data looks department wise. So now if you see, this segregates the reviews based on the department, but what I want is I want to understand the reviews by department and not for all the departments together. I want to do this analysis department wise. So for that I'll go to this edit table calculation, click on specific dimensions, and I will uncheck the department name because that will be my partitioning field. So once I do that, I see now that all these values are calculated, like the rating categories are calculated based on the department. I can also check this add all subtotals, so you can see the percentage of reviews adds up to 100% for all the departments. Okay, Now let me find out which departments have a positive review of more than 50%. And maybe those departments are the star departments, and if it's a quarterly review, I want to tag them as star departments for this quarter. So let's first find out which departments are my star departments, and the criteria for that is they should have a positive review of 50% and above. So if I just browse through the data, I see that traces has a positive review of more than 50%, and if I just go around, I see that tops also have a review of positive review of 55%, which is more than 50%, while all others have a positive review of less than 50%. So what I want to do is I want to tag this particular departments as my start departments, and the rest are definitely not start departments for this particular time period. So how to do that? So let me create a calculated field for that, and I'll call it the star department. And what I'll say is, if this percentage count of reviews is greater than 0.5, then so if you say it is a count of rating divided by the total count of rating, so it is going to be a number between 0 to 1, and 0.5 means actually greater than 50%, then I'll see that it is a star department. Else I will say maybe we'll get there just to sound positive, and I'll end this calculation, apply OK. Now let me bring this calculation to my rows, and if you see that even if I did the calculation, even for the departments where the review is greater than 50%, it is still showing we'll get there. And the reason is because if I go to this calculation, I'm using this table calculation here. So this also has now become the start department is a table calculation now. So for this table calculation, I need to ensure that by going to the edit table calculation, I am calculating this table calculation using the right partitioning and the directional fields. So department name will be my partitioning field, and rating category will be my directional field here. If I do that, now if you see, I have start department mentioned for dresses here as well as for tops here. So it is calculating correctly now. Now if you see, I have this we will get there tag for negative and neutral reviews as well, but I want to just tag the positive reviews as an indicator for whether it's a start department or not. So let me change the calculation a bit, and what I'll say is, if my rating category is equal to positive, then only I want this calculation to happen, else just show me blank, and I'll end it. And I'm getting an error. Okay, I want to have the then here, still getting an error, not mix aggregate and non-aggregate comparisons. Okay, so what I have to do is I'll put an attribute here just to ensure we are at the same level of granularity, and now we are there. And if you see now, only the positive reviews are tagged as whether it's a start department or not. Okay, great. So now at this point we have our different departments attributed as a start department or not. And if I just want to see only the departments which are start department, what I can do is I'll drag this start departments filter. Again, the because it's a calculated field, it is not getting calculated at the for the right dimensions. So I'll just go and uncheck the department name, and if I do that, and now if I go to the filters and remove everything other than the start department, if you see, I just get the start departments. Now I would like to take this a notch above, and what I want to do is I want to display this message and show, probably it will be published in a magazine, that for this particular quarter the departments so and so are my start departments. Now how to do that? So maybe what I want to say is I'll have this text which will show for this quarter, or maybe the star departments for this quarter are plus the department name. If I put here, now it says that the calculation is valid, and if I just bring it, and it is showing the text, but if you see, it is showing the departments segregated, but I want a complete text which will show that the start departments for this quarter are the departments which are the start departments for this quarter. Like, it should show dresses and tops. Now how to do that? So we will cover that in our next video, so stay tuned for that, and also we'll go into the discussions of how to achieve this and something more with fixed LODs as well. So hope to see you in my next video. I hope you found this video useful. Thanks for watching.